Ha! Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Ha. Today I got another Nintendo Switch related review for you. These are the brand new PowerA wired controllers for Nintendo Switch. I've done a review previously of these special wired controllers that they released, this Mario themed one and this Zelda themed one as well. And then they had this wired controller plus for Super Mario Odyssey, which was very similar, except it had interchangeable little joysticks that you could pick, whether it was, you know, like convex or concave here, or the height of some of the sticks, that sort of thing. But otherwise, very much similar. So these controllers are not necessarily like Pro controllers because they are wired, and there's no rumble at all. So do keep that in mind. They are limited. There's no NFC chip for Amiibo functionality. They're just basic controllers and can only be used when the Switch is plugged into the dock, because they use a USB connector that on the other end plugs into the dock. So with that limitation in mind, you know, I didn't think I would be buying more controllers, but then I saw the picture of these online. People said it was, you know, Walmart was going to be selling them, and I was like, maybe I'll pass. And then I happened to go to Walmart the very same day, today, and then I saw all of these on a display shelf, and I was like, but they're all right here, and they're brand new, and they look nice, and I know you guys want to see them, so I got them just for you, so I could review them and show the different controllers to you all. So, as you can see, they're all themed after different characters or series. So we have these 3 Super Mario themed controllers at the bottom here, one for Bowser, one for Mario, and one for Yoshi. But then we also have a new Breath of the Wild version right there. We have Donkey Kong and Splatoon 2, which is very, very cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically do a little video showing you the boxes, and then we'll get to the actual controllers themselves. So real quick, here's the Zelda one right here. As you can see, Breath of the Wild. There's the side of the box, nice image of the controller right there, and then same on this side, really cool. I do like it a lot. And then as you can see, wired controller. Oh, that's a Super Mario Edition, wired controller Super Mario Edition. That's Legend of Zelda right there. So very interesting, but there's a mistake. So that is pretty funny. But yeah, I hope they didn't actually put a Super Mario controller inside of here then, because that would obviously be very bad. So Splatoon 2 right here, as you can see, really nice design with the splatter effects and stuff. So there's the side of the packaging right there as well. Look at that. That's really cool. Back of the box, same thing, Super Mario Edition. They just stuck that on all of them. They didn't even think to change the name, apparently. So that's so weird. All right, I guess PowerA, you better keep an eye on your boxes. Here's Donkey Kong right here. So pretty cool. Nice and yellow. Interesting color scheme there as well. Super Mario Edition. So there you go. Yeah, so excited to really see these controllers in person. We got Bowser right here as well. There's the side of the box and the other side as well. Really, really nice. Really cool. I dig it. I really dig these controller styles. My main gripe is I don't know. The fact that they're, I mean, I guess wired controllers aren't bad at all, you know? But the lack of rumble is one of the biggest things for me. I love the Pro Controller, but granted, Pro Controller is like $80, I think, and these are $25. Significant difference. And for that alone, these are definitely worth checking out, especially with the different controller designs that they have. Now, they only had one of these at my Walmart, and it was already opened like this. So I was worried about that, but they let me open it up and check it and stuff, and the controller seemed okay and stuff. So for now, you know, I'm going to roll with it. If there is any issues with it, I can always return it. But since that was the only one, and I wanted to get the whole set to review, since there's 6 new designs, I picked that one up. So let me get these open, and then we'll take a close look at the controllers. All right, so I have the controllers out of the packaging here. So let's start with the Super Mario series up front. Here is the Super Mario controller right here. So very similar style to the other release of the controller in terms of the design and the background. In fact, it's basically the same backdrop. So, you know, I kind of wish they would have done something a little bit different if you have this controller. The main thing is they just stuck Mario on there. But otherwise, you know, actually this technically did have Mario right there, but now he's just jumping the other way, which is kind of funny to have that little comparison. Then they also put the Mario logo right up there, and the D-pad is also a different color. On the original release of it, it's just kind of this dark silver kind of a color, kind of a grayish color, whereas here it's like a brighter blue. So that actually does look pretty nice. I do like that metallic blue kind of style color. But otherwise, it's the exact same in terms of the design. I do feel like also the patterns here are a little bit brighter in a way. Like the pattern design sticks out a little bit more than it does on this controller. So there is a slight difference. Like you can kind of tell, right? Looking at the two there, you can see how the one on the left, the designs are a little bit more easily visible. So there is a bit of a difference there. But otherwise, yeah, you know, there's that. I just wanted to kind of do that little comparison. But it feels the same. So the control sticks do feel, you know, similar to the other controller. They click in nicely. The D-pad is also pretty nice. It's a got like a mushy click to it in a way. You know, so in case you know, you're wondering about that, these buttons are nice and soft. Nice big buttons here for easy access. It does have a nice feel to it. I mean, it feels natural. Like it feels like my fingers just curl around the controller pretty easily. So you have your LR, ZL, ZR buttons there. Pretty standard, basically. And the back is, you know, consistent across the controllers. So, yeah, I mean, it feels nice, basically, you know, so that definitely is pretty cool. Now, every controller does come with the cable. And so, basically, this end goes into the controller right here, and then this end will connect to your Nintendo Switch dock for wired play. So, every controller does come with that wired controller. In case you were wondering, the length of the wire as well, by the way, it is an 8-foot USB cable. So the boxes all say that it's an 8-foot USB cable. So in case you're wondering the length of that. So let's move on to the Yoshi controller. So this one's nice and bright and fun. So this one, they actually use the same pattern design as the Mario controller, except it's now green. In fact, it's very similar because it's kind of like a pattern design, but the character's in the corner here. So they went with a very, very similar style for this controller. And it looks nice, though. Yoshi looks adorable, as always. I mean, that looks awesome right there. So it looks like they used white buttons with kind of this orange lettering, and they used a nice orange color on the D-pad as well, metallic orange, which is really, really nice. The feel of the controllers and the way the buttons work is going to be the exact same across all of them. And then they got a little Yoshi egg in the middle right there as well, which looks really cool. One thing I do like, though, with this is the white around the sides here. So all the buttons are white, even the back is white. So that looks really slick, actually. I think it looks nice, and it fits in with the controller really well. So, yeah, so that would have been, that's pretty cool. Definitely looks nice and neat. So if you're a fan of Yoshi, there's an option for you there. Now, on the other hand, we have Bowser as well. So he is the other controller in the Super Mario series line. And so this is a really interesting design because what they've done here is the top part's black and then it fades into this other design here. And if you look closely, and it might be a little hard to see, so I'm trying to get the camera to focus, but you actually have like a little Goomba. Let me see if I can really get it to focus on some of these designs. It's really hard to see. Yeah, I mean, everything is so faint, but there's tiny little designs. I think there's like a Bomb somewhere as well. It looks like right there, kind of. It's really, really faint, but you do have some designs of some Bowser characters there. But I like that fading effect. That looks really slick. And then on this side, you have Bowser right here in the corner, of course. So really, really nice. I mean, I think, again, this whole controller design is amazing. These controllers look beautiful. Really, really cool. And then the Bowser face logo right there. Nice, shiny red D-pad as well. Like, oh, that just looks so cool. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about the controllers is, yes, unfortunately they're wired and they don't have NFC capability. There's no HD rumble or anything, no rumble at all. So that's the downgrade, right, from the Pro Controller. but significantly cheaper than the Pro Controller, and you're getting really, really slick looking designs. So that is something that I truly appreciate about these PowerA controllers. They make some nice controllers to add to the collection for sure. So pretty cool. I like it. I like it. So let's move on to Donkey Kong as well, since he's semi-related to Mario. So it looks like they're kind of sticking with a similar style to the designs in the background and everything. So here in this case, you have some like DK crates, you got some bananas and everything in the background. So the controller is yellow, but you have all these different items there, and then Donkey Kong in the corner as well. Going with kind of that cartoony look for the characters, which is really cool. I think it fits the style of the controller, so that's pretty neat. Red buttons with yellow lettering on them, and you have a red D-pad right there. Is that the same red D-pad? Maybe. I think it might be the same red D-pad on both. Yeah, it looks to be the same to me. So, yeah, there's that. And then this is interesting because then you have black buttons for LR, ZL, and ZR, but the back of the controller is brown. So, fitting with the Donkey Kong style, you have the yellow front and the brown in the back. And even the yellow here, if you'll notice, it's kind of a bright yellow and then a darker yellow here, so it even fades as it goes down. So I like the fading effect as well. It makes the controller look even more vibrant in a way because it's so varied in the color, which is pretty cool. So I like that DK logo there. Yeah, pretty sweet. So that's Mario and DK, but then we also have The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild right here. So this is really, really interesting. So what they have on most of the controller is this white color, but it's got this like pattern textured design that kind of is, I don't know if what they're going for is like reminiscent of what the map on the Zelda games looks like in terms of some of the mountain ranges and stuff, or if it's supposed to represent wind, or I don't know. It looks interesting, that little pattern design. Then they have Link right here, art of Link in this corner of the controller, which looks really neat. I do like that. I'm not a huge fan of this design though. I feel like they could have done something even better with the rest of the controller. I like this part of it. I think it looks slick, but this part's okay to me. There is another Zelda controller that they have done as well, which actually does have the same pattern. So this is the other Zelda controller that PowerA has released. And they had Link in the corner as well, but everything was all like one solid color, and then they had the symbol in the middle, which they do here as well, although it is smaller and a different shade. This one's kind of like a more goldish color, so it is smaller there. But they both have gold D-pads. So, interesting design. Out of the two, which one do I like better? I feel like I like this one better because I like the black. I think it looks really nice. This one is also still pretty cool though, and I do actually like this part of it especially. Looks really, really neat. So that's pretty cool. And then the back is all just black right there. So yeah, Breath of the Wild, I mean, one of my absolute favorite games of all time, and it's so good. So anything else that I can do to represent that, and maybe I can play Breath of the Wild with this controller, definitely a nice option to have. So, pretty sweet. And last but not least, Splatoon 2. I absolutely love Splatoon 2, and I love this controller. I mean, just look at that. It's so bright and vibrant and fun. This is incredible. So they have a black background, but then like paint splotches all over it in your classic green and pink from Splatoon. Like, where do I even begin with this? So you got your little Splatoon squid right there, and in the corner here as well. So kind of sticking with like the character and the right side of the controller scheme that PowerA has going. And yeah, I mean, these bright pink and green splotches of paint are really cool. So green buttons and green D-pad, which looks really nice. But the control sticks, the top are pink, which is really cool. So this just looks so much fun. Like, this is so vibrant and fun. I love it. You almost can't even see the other buttons right here because they just blend in with everything else. But yeah, this is really, really cool. I like this controller a lot. And then the backdrop and then the buttons here, the background are all black, but really, really slick looking. So Yeah, I mean, these are the PowerA controllers that they have. You know, if you have these, and then you bring in the other Mario and Zelda, and then you even have the Mario Odyssey Wired Controller Plus, I mean, you have a whole plethora of different controller options that PowerA has released. And the thing to remember, I don't know about the Wired Controller Plus in terms of the price, but all of these, Walmart has them for $25, so that's about the price range that you're going to get these. So at $25, you know, you have to evaluate what you want, because the Nintendo Switch, you know, the Joy-Cons are expensive, right? People look at Pro Controllers, it's expensive. And Pro Controllers, I believe, are like $70 or $80. So you can get 2 or 3 of these controllers, basically 3 of these controllers for the price of a Pro Controller. Now, I absolutely love the Pro Controller. If you can afford it, get it. But if you have multiple people in your household that play games, like maybe you have Mario Kart and you want multiple controllers that you all can play together, and you can get 3 controllers, 3 of these, potentially for the price of 1 Pro Controller. That's a huge deal, and that's something to really consider, especially when you look at these new controllers that they have here, and you look at these awesome designs that they have. I mean, sure, you're sacrificing the ability to do rumble, or have rumble in the controllers. You're sacrificing the ability to use amiibos, and you have wires, right? They're wired controllers only, and only playable with the dock. But then again, if you're going to be buying multiple controllers like this, one would think you're not all going to be crowded around a little handheld. It's going to be plugged into a TV probably. So these are not necessarily for everyone, but there is a huge market out there for people that want controllers that are cheaper, and these are really, really fun, and I think they're worth looking into. If you're a fan of any of these series, I would definitely recommend checking these out. So I found these specific 6 at my local Walmart. I don't know if they're going to show up at other retailers in the future. I'm not sure. Some of the PowerA controllers do. I don't know about these 6. So if you want them, go check your local Walmart, and potentially other controllers will show up at other retailers in the future. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of these controllers as well, and if you enjoyed seeing these types of reviews. Do you want to see me do more of these reviews? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you later. If you enjoy these Nintendo Switch videos, I do have this Nintendo Switch video coming up in the future. This Pro Player Joy-Con grips, Super Mario Edition. These little Mario and Luigi themed Joy-Con grips for the Joy-Cons when you're doing them sideways. So yeah, they're $19.99. I got it at GameStop, and I figured I'd check these out and let you guys know how they are, if they're comfortable to use, and what I think of these. So this will be coming up soon. And if there's any other Nintendo Switch related videos that you want me to do, let me know in the comments. I'd love to do more. I think it's a lot of fun. I love the Nintendo Switch. I did a video for the 1-year anniversary showing all my games and everything, and I can't wait to continue to get more. It's so much fun. So I love to check out these accessories, and so if there's any that you want to see, let me know, and I'd be happy to check them out as well. So here it is. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.